You can see that the repairing of the ceiling, and you can see here there was no doorway also, there was no leaf flush door. There is also no aluminum door here, so it is a fire door, and there is a lot that need to be done on the flooring. So existing ceiling falling down for my case was because the contractor that did the original ceiling, the use of inferior material, so the types of material actually gave way, and the whole ceiling was coming down. So the previous tenant actually supported it with the partition, but I took away the partition, therefore I have to repair the ceiling on top. So these are issues, premises with problems. Let you settle it yourself, and that means a lot of it is how much you love this place and how much you want to do out of it. Or if you have a better other choices or options, then you may want to move elsewhere. You may not want to do this repair for the reason that another place would be a better place for you. So this is location related. If you really like the location and it is a suitable location, so although the building itself is not so satisfactory, you die must have it so that you can have a nice office at a nice location. So this is how it looks like after opening up the ceiling. So the repair was done. So this is how it looks like after the repair, and we have to paint it back. So I personally painted it back to its normal state. So flooring, this is a major area for the biggest cost. If you involve nice flooring, like you want to do this SPC, laminated flooring. SPC stands for Stone Particle Composite. So this SPC is a laminated flooring, which is going to cost a lot. So for my floor space, which is about 1,600 square feet, it's going to probably cost more than 10,000 ringgit to just do the flooring with SPC. Very nice. And some of the advantages of SPC flooring is that you can install and reinstall at another place. You can take it out and that means uninstall it. Take it out, uninstall it, dismantle it, and then go and install in another place. So this laminated flooring is the in thing today, but then it's going to cost a lot. If it is your own shop lot, if your own asset of owning a shop lot, then you may want to do under laminated SPC. So there are aesthetic values in the SPC, and therefore you need to consider what type of flooring you need. Heavy traffic or light traffic. Heavy traffic type of flooring, then even the SPC may not be suitable, because some places you can see SPC is weighing out after some use, weighing out, so you can see doesn't look good. Carpeting is another choice for office, but carpeting normally used in the old days. In the current time, carpeting is not very much preferred, because we are more health conscious, and the reason is you cannot have carpeting where you clean it or wash it like a normal floor. So you can't really wash a carpet until get rid of the dust. So a lot of those people who has asthma or who is sensitive airway, they will not prefer a carpet office. So my choice will be the epoxy or the vinyl painting, which is convenient and useful for upkeeping. It is easier to install as well, and cheapest as it is, because it's just buying the vinyl or epoxy paint, and I do it myself. So I spend time doing it, but I save a lot of money because the labor cost and everything is by own self install. Also estimated, I have bought about 1,300 ringgit of material cost. That means buying the epoxy paint, buying the brush, buying the roller, buying all kinds of usable, disposable items that I need to use it for applying the epoxy paint to the floor. So this is how it looks like, cement flooring. And later you see the primer, they call it primer. So this is a protective coating primer that you need to apply before you apply the epoxy paint. So a lot of people complain about epoxy paint because they never apply the primer. They just apply it straight away onto the floor, and therefore over time it peels off. So this is an important step for preparing the floor to be applied epoxy paint. So undercoat or primer, you have to really put in money and do it lah. So this is how it looks like. The yellow part is the one that the epoxy paint was painted. Then the translucent looking one is the primer. So the primer actually holds the cement used for anchoring for the epoxy paint. So as you see, the unpainted part is the primer one, then the painted part is the epoxy paint. So this is before, and just now was the after. So the end result is on the right hand side the yellow gold color, as well as the left hand side which is the grey looking color. So these are epoxy paint, and this is easy to keep. You can do mopping, you can sweep. There is no problem even having to work on it. You feel that it is clean. Now we come to the wallpaper. So this is how it looks like a variant types of plywood wall or partition, and I applied the 3D wallpaper. This one I shipped from China at a minimal cost. Of course, bought a few hundred ringgit of this type of 3D wallpaper to stick or apply on the house. So this is completed 3D wallpaper from Shopee, and this is how it looks like in the reception area. Also, this is a complete job. You have another choice of using standard wallpaper, the conventional wallpaper, and before and after onto the plywood. So let's say you completed the wallpaper, 3D wallpaper as well as the wallpaper, then this somehow looks more presentable. Right. So what are the choices of wallpaper? You can have the 3D wallpaper. You can buy from Eco outlet, 2 ringgit 60 cent Eco outlet, or some of this DIY or 100%. They pre-cut it so that it's around the size that about 1 meter, about 1 meter or less, about 1 meter or less, types of square looking piece, which costs about 8 ringgit to 9 ringgit. So therefore you have to install it yourself. It's faster, in fact, to do it this way than painting. Painting, you may need a few times of applying the painting, applying the coat of paint, and therefore takes more labor time. For 3D wallpaper, it's just one application and that's done. Standard wallpaper also. Standard wallpaper, you have to buy the glue separately and install it on separate way, because the 3D wallpaper comes with the sticky part, just like a sticker. So it depends on how basic or how sophisticated you need for the wall. Of course, the area related. If it's in pantry, then you probably don't do up very well. But then if it is at the entrance area, then your wallpaper need to be good looking and then suitable for types of lighting. You may want to get people to do it for you if you want to do it nicely with the standard type of wallpaper. There are some very posh and good looking type of wallpaper which cost a lot of money. For furniture, this is the big portion of your budget. Do you need a lavish lifestyle to show? Do you need to have an atas feeling? In fact, furniture is the big part which will build the budget, which is scary at times. So one nice furniture piece like executive office desk can cost you more than 10,000 ringgit. So easily you can spend more than 10,000 to 50,000 just on furniture for a small estate agency office, because of the types of quality. Some quality can be really exorbitant, high quality, and therefore one executive desk can cost you more than 30,000. So this is the conventional use of type of furniture, and on the left hand side is actually a discussion meeting table with 4 chairs. I got it at 500 ringgit. So although the listed price was 700 ringgit, I got it for a discount because I said that I can install it myself. and I do the transportation on my own. So therefore the sales girl was good enough to give me a 200 ringgit discount. So I paid for it at 500 ringgit with 4 chairs and 1 table. So as in one unit, it's about 100 ringgit. This type of, on the right hand side, this type of one table, which is usually one single seater, can cost you up to 300 ringgit. So this was an old table, how I bought it before. So now I reinstall back into use here. There is one display shelf which is given as a budget offer during a furniture show. 199 for 2 pieces. 199 for 2 pieces. So this is a meeting table which I actually assembled 3 different tables together. So you can see the color a bit different, but this is only 60 ringgit per table. Instead of having to buy one meeting table which can cost up to 1,000 ringgit. Some of these big conference table can cost up to 1,000 ringgit, 1,600, 1,800. The big one can cost to 5,000 or 6,000. So this one is a way how you can save money for your meeting table. Counter, do you need a counter? A reception counter for the entrance? Maybe a tailor-made counter, or is it a ready-made one? So it's all depends on how much budget you want to have. And do you need a big counter, or is it a small counter? How tall is it? Do you serve customer food in your unit? If you do, then you may actually collect money at the counter. So if you need to make payment at the counter, then you may need a bigger counter. Like you go front desk of a restaurant, then the counter of course is the place to conduct business. So therefore you need a big counter. For estate agency, we don't really do walk-in customers, so we do not need a big counter. So this is how a small counter look like. So this counter, I got it at 400 ringgit a lot saving here. A big counter, nice counter can cost to a few thousand. So this is a way also to save money. And you can see the logo I have painted on the floor. So this is one way that you can make your agency look different for people to come to visit your agency. What about security, office tab and all these things? You may need CCTV. Now CCTV, if you get it from some computer shop, you can get it at a very good discount. I got CCTV from Tapo, and it's only around 89 ringgit per unit, and you can actually do a remote surveillance using the Tapo application in the handphone. So you may want to look into the digital locking system of your doorway, so the guest, your client coming in, there is a system of digital locking, fingerprint or face recognition, or is it remote control. All these you can install at your choice, but different level of security and also different budget. What about your company logo or front entrance? How to display your company logo? Whether you are talking about signboard, do you need a logo at your counter, or do you put logo on the floor? Like myself, I put logo on the floor. You may want to spend some money getting an art design for your logo on the doorway. So this is the signboard that I got a local guy to do. The signboard cost me around 2,800 ringgit. So maybe in KL you may spend about 4,000 just to do up the logo design with the signboard together and install it. So here it is installed on the second floor above the office window. So signboard, how much? Signboard I spent 2,880. Of course here you can see aluminium door, which is 1,002, and then the solar panel, which is the one that installed for the lighting at night. You see here the solar panel here, the solar panel with the lighting shining at night. So in order not to do up too much of work for the electrical side, because you have to prepare the electrical points for this signboard when you do your electricity cabling. So the total cost I have spent is about 34,549 ringgit, as you can see at the bottom here, 34,549. Curtain can be expensive if you do more curtain for bigger office space. You do corporate curtain. Those curtain costs can be as high as a few thousand ringgit lah. So I spend not much because I bought it from DIY, used ready-made material. Guest sitting area, so you have place where people come in and wait for you. So you have a guest sitting visitor area. It's important to think about this place because it gives an impression for the guests to visit your office. So you need a sofa for that purpose. You need some lighting, and then you need fan or you need some aircon to blow there so that there is not so much of hot, humid, congested place. So is it a place where you want to put some carpet, or you have high traffic with a lot of people coming in? Then you may want to choose to protect the flooring, and also probably the water dispenser or place where people can use to have a drink or something. So you need also give a company image. So this part, I just want to show you. This is the guest area. This is also the area now I'm doing the video taking. So I'm seated at the sofa and then doing the video taking. So this area where guests come in and sit down and do discussion with you. So you may want to think about doing something better. And I have used up these two pieces of Chinese painting from China to look good on the display of office. Your own work area, personal choice. If you really spend a lot of time in your own working space, then you need to really think about comfort, sophisticated or simple, how much time you spend in the office. So looking at that, you may want to spend a few thousand ringgit just to do up the on space of workspace. So I did it on the table. Just use the existing table left behind by the previous tenant and this meeting table set. So pantry area, most offices will have pantry area for certain preparation of drinks. Do you have big team of people? If you have big team of people, then you may need to have a big pantry area usually for corridor discussion, for unofficial decision, and for unofficial celebration, for the purpose of office harmony, and also sometimes doing the celebration birthday for employee. You may need a round table, or you may need a long table to sit down, have dinner. So you may want to consider having a boiler, a microwave, refrigerator, or induction cooker. So this is how it is, a very simple pantry area with the long wooden table set. So my total cost of renovation up to 24th of December is around 34,000 plus, about 35,000, below 35,000. And I found out that when I asked others about how much they spend for office, they are ranging from 50,000 to as high as 100,000. So depending on the type of furniture and depending on type of office equipment that you acquire, some of these big, nice, foldable desks can cost up to 500 ringgit plus or 600 ringgit per table. So imagine you have 5 or 6 of this type of tables, it will cost you almost near to 3,000 ringgit already. And then not including chairs, some of the good chairs can cost per piece 100 ringgit plus. So all those chairs, if you add together about 50 chairs, is already more than 5,000 ringgit. So all these costs easily add up to be another extra of 20,000. So if you add the 20,000 to the 30 over 1,000 basic renovation, it's going to cost you as high as 50,000 just a basic office for people to come and have training. So my conclusion is that for starting a small agency office, you need to first comply to the rule. Also, there is a building compliance being commercial outlet. You think about it as a short or medium term types of tenancy for the future option to expand to continue renting. Of course, you are worried that the unit is sold and therefore the future owner may want to take back the shop lot. If the future owner takes back the shop lot, then you have to move. So this is constant, always unknown uncertainty in the future. Of course, if you own the shop lot, there's no issue about it. But if you are renting a shop lot, then don't put too much hope, too much money invested into making the renovation until you are certain that you are able to cover the cost. Repair and all the responsibility of the owner as well as yourself as a tenant to reinstall back if you leave the premises. There are also unseen hidden things. Like I actually use the example of the cabling of the lightings, all the electrical points, and also the ceiling. What is beneath the above the ceiling and what is beneath the floor. You can't see. Hardware, all those partitioning, bigger items, aircon. You need to have aesthetic value, a bit of atas style, so that people can see that you put in effort. So total cost for me, for a minimum office, is easily 35k to 40k. I have saved a lot of labor cost because I did it myself. Most of the painting, most of the paint job, I did it myself. If you employ people to paint up the place, probably you need to budget for another 5 to 10k, 5 to 10,000 just to do up, because painting is a lot of labor cost, a lot of money involved in the hard work of doing it, rather than the material cost. So if you buy material cost is cheap, but then you do up because the labor cost is expensive. I want to show you a video clip on this.